Both live. Oh, wow. Shit.
Nice one.
There we go.
Yeah, it's the moment of truth again. Man. And that is recording as well. I've had numerous times when the sound is played up and you realize after 20 minutes.
Oh, man, and you're like, oh,
you can pick up the sound from camera, but it's not the same.
it's not as good. Yeah.
This sounds sexy, man.
True.
Little bit
That's
of
what you want.
ASMR kind of thing. So we got a reset in the house today. So
Hello, guys. Yeah,
we
thanks
just
for
want to
having me on.
introduce ourselves as well first. Like we've bumped into each other numerous times, and we've talked and stuff, but we've not had a formal like introduction and stuff.
Yeah.
My name is Bishal Sabali.
Sabali.
That's my name on the Instagram. So,
Yeah.
So
And myself, I'm Sharan. I think we have met like on PO Gym a lot, right? During work and stuff. But again, like Bishal mentioned, we haven't actually like, interact properly and
Yeah, no, true. Like it's more, like gym stuff in it.
it's hard to ask names as well, right? You can't just say, "What's your name, mate?" Like,
Exactly.
It's a bit rude. So you just say, "Oh yeah, that guy."
Yeah. Yeah, just call it. Yeah.
A big
Just call
guy, a
him
little
mate.
guy.
Yeah.
You just call everyone mate. But yeah, we got Reese in the house. He is he does numerous things, but the biggest thing that he does and the one that I know him for is like personal training, coach.
Yeah.
And then aside, he does like bodybuilding competitions. So we're going to touch all of those aspects as well.
Sounds good.
Like diet and all that stuff. So what I've done is I made like 4 topics. The reason I do that is because YouTube has,
they have the little...
so they've got that thing now where it's organized. So I don't have to go through each, break the video down.
Yeah.
So we go through like each topics and we'll try to make it as structured as possible so people don't want to follow it. So
Sweet.
the topics are like, it's general anyway, so there's nothing too extreme. It's like diets, bodybuilding competition. Obviously, we're going to touch on that because it's quite interesting. Gym training, all that stuff.
Sweet.
And mindset. That's something I picked up because I hadn't added you on Instagram for some reason that I hadn't come across. And Sharon used to tell me that, he posted a lot of motivational stuff. And when I found you on Instagram and I added you, I was going through your stuff, like profile, and not stalking or anything like that. But it's very informative. At the same time, it's quite encouraging. And there's a lot of stuff there that is really good. And I didn't find any negative stuff there. And it was good, man. It was really good. Like there's a lot of motivational stuff there. And it's quite encouraging for someone that's even you, someone that you're training or someone that's looking at your profile.
No, cheers, mate.
There's a lot that you can get out of that. So keep
cheers.
that up, man. Continue
Cheers,
that. Yeah. So we can start off with mindset straight away then. Yeah?
Yeah, I think we got our icebreaker, man.
Oh, yeah.
One.
Icebreaker.
So basically what we're going to do is we're going to show you some pictures. So basically it's just an icebreaker and just to relax, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you some pictures and we all going to guess. Like, I know the answers, but you two guys doesn't know the answer. So I'm going to show the picture and you guys have to guess how many body fat percentage is on that guy.
Okay.
So it's just for fun, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So the first picture, yeah. So this is the picture.
Is that looks like me. 9%.
Yeah, I would have gone... Yeah, let's go 8.
8%. Let me have a look at the
There we
answer. Man. Oh, you guys were very close, to be honest. It's 9 to 10%.
Oh,
Very close. Come on,
There
I
we
said 9.
exactly. 1-0.
1-0.
man.
Okay, I got one more. This one.
That is over 30%.
Yeah, I go like 35.
Yeah.
Okay.
High, I think.
Let me look at the answer. Oh, you guys are way off this time.
Way
man.
off.
It's like 20 to 22%.
Only?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Okay.
That kind of makes me, it shouldn't be body shaming or anything.
No.
Okay, the next one.
Ooh, that he would know that. I have no idea. I don't even want to get, I have no idea.
So like 5-6.
I'll go 3%. I don't
Okay.
even know. I'm just guessing.
It could be, yeah.
Okay, I think Rish is very close. It's 6 to 7%, man.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
That ripped and it's
Just good lighting.
good line. And a bit of oil.
We're gonna
Yeah, mate, trust me.
we're gonna do the last one now. Okay.
The 15%. 13, okay, I'll go 13.
Yeah, 12-13.
That's correct, man.
Yeah.
12 to 15%.
Yeah.
Decent.
So I've got the eyes, but
There we go.
obviously don't have the same experience.
No.
Yeah, but to be honest, it's not accurate though. I just found it on the website.
Yeah.
And just relying on that one.
Exactly.
So I think it must
If
be
anyone
close.
could have written that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. But it seems accurate. So
Yeah.
we've got two people agreeing to the same thing.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, it must be right.
It must be right. Anyways, I've got another 2 questions. It's like an icebreaker as well.
Mhm.
So, what's your favorite exercise?
Squats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually I've taken them out of my rotation, but yeah, there used to be barbell squats. Yeah, but then my lower back was getting fucked, so now it's Smith machine.
All right. Cool.
But yeah,
It's a lot more controlled. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I got one question for you, Reach. Like, what's your take on deadlift? Do you reckon, like, I had this like when I look at some of the professional players and stuff, like they try to avoid the deadlift because of the back injuries they could have of this one. So I just want to hear from you yourself. Do you reckon like the deadlift? It says like it does the whole body workout, but do you reckon is it true that you should stay away from deadlift?
For me personally, like I kind of touch on like what movements are good for me and like what my body can handle. That's why like I took squats out because even though like I loved like squatting the weight that I was, like my body was getting fucked. So like you just have to kind of think that I'm not going to be doing gym for the next like 4, 5, 6 months. Like I'm going to be doing it for years. So like if you can kind of like try movements and go, yeah, it doesn't really even like work for me, or like my back hurts, that sort of thing. You can kind of like take out the movements. You can potentially do like rack pulls, even though like people kind of say that rack pulls are just the ego lift. Like if you do them properly, like 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 the top of the back, really kind of like gets thick. But people like kind of have these thoughts on the movements, but for me, like I don't do deadlifts. I think my lower back just gets fucked. So
I have to be honest. I have been those ego lifter, man. Like sometimes I go 1 or 2 times I have gone too heavy on deadlift, and I have messed up my back. To be honest,
yeah, it's easy to do that. Yeah.
Then the rest of the week is fucked.
Exactly.
Not even when you're doing like dumbbell curls, like you're like my back. So it's kind of
you feel it on other exercises as well. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. What's your favorite thing to cook?
I'm quite a simple guy. I like like spaghetti bolognese.
There's no spices there, man. Come on.
Salt and pepper, and then there we go.
That's
a little bit of garlic, mate. Yeah, but I'm a very simple, cooker. Like it's very light.
Yeah. You cook your own meals.
Yeah.
What about chicken and stuff? What do you?
Yeah, I like chicken with like chorizo.
Yeah.
Cheese again. Just throw it all in a pan.
Yeah.
Just whip it together.
Yeah.
There we go, done.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, it's a simple cooking, mate.
Yeah,
so much easier.
We've got to introduce you to some of the spices.
Oh, mate. Yeah.
Some of the Nepalese spices and
mate, I can't hack spice.
No,
no,
nothing. Yeah, have you tried Nando's and stuff?
Yeah, we went to Nando's the other day. Like I was going to get a medium, but then I thought, nah, 11 and a half. Yeah, it is
LNH. It's got LNH, got lemon and herb. It's got a little bit of flavor to it.
Yeah,
and it's got a slight bit of kick as well to it.
Yeah,
but mediums,
any hotter than that, like there's just no flavor. Like I'm just sitting there, just like it's just
it becomes too spicy.
It's just spicy, and then it's just
don't really enjoy that.
Yeah,
fair enough. All right, cool. Let's get back to the mindset bit. Looking at your profile as well, you started your journey, I think, around 2019 properly.
Yeah.
Because the photo transformation that you put up, what led you to becoming or focusing on fitness as a thing, and what was your reason why? That's what I'm gonna touch. What's your reason?
Yeah, so for me, like during my profile, like I did have 2 profiles before, and then when I was doing the photo shoot, like I actually deleted a load of content which I had like growing up during school. So like there was some clips that I took away, which I kind of regret, because it's quite nice to see your journey through that. But So yeah, and then so like I kind of got into the gym when I was actually watching Geordie Shore, which is a bit sad, but yeah, it is what it is.
You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and they were all, like, like going to the gym, looking good. When they go to nightclubs, I remember like going to Q Club. Like I just wanted to train. Like chest and arms, which is so sad looking back. But yeah, we all have like starting point. And then I messaged Brandon, my coach, and then we kind of were talking through like what like potentially we could do. And he was doing like quite a lot of photo shoots with his clients, and I just wanted to like kind of push myself to the next step. Like have that guidance, have that structure, have that accountability, and then we finished the photo shoot, and then I went traveling. So like me and him, kind of stopped coaching, and then I came back, and I was going to do another photo shoot, but I think like I kind of done that, and like the dieting phases, like you get like a photo shoot lean, and there's probably maybe like another like 5 or 6 weeks like past that in a dieting phase to step on stage. So like I thought, like I want to like physically like push myself to that next level. And like I think like competitions wise, like but I think you really have to do it for you. And like I know even like quite a lot of like personal trainers, they don't really like the competitions. They kind of think that you're like you want to step on stage because you want to cover up insecurities that you may have in like a fake tan and like looking good in like photos and all that sort of thing. But like I very much wanted to do it for me, and I wanted to see like how far I could push myself. And like you learn like so much when you're doing that. Like I wasn't really seeing mates, like going out drinking. I wasn't like chasing girls. I wasn't like going on dates, like those things.
Yeah.
And then you just you literally just focus on you and like what you want to do, and like you find like quite a lot about yourself. So so there's the kind of main reasons why like I like did those two things.
Fair enough. Sounds exciting.
Like a self-development, right?
Yeah.
Like just focusing on yourself and try to grow yourself. Right?
Yeah,
exactly, man.
I know.
It's very motivational, like when you look at your pictures and the journey you have went through. I think even we had like a friend gathering like a few days ago here, and we mentioned yourself like Rish is coming to our podcast, and they were looking at your pictures and they were like kind of motivated. They were like, oh damn, like look at him, like the journey has gone through, and then like they were like surprised and they were like motivated themselves as well. So it's just like unintentionally, like you are like motivating other people as well. Like you never know, like you look at the picture and then you are motivating other people. Like that's great stuff.
It's a good thing. As I said, just keep that going, man. As subconsciously, you have no idea how much impact you're having on other people's life as well. So having you up there, I know it's a tough thing posting stuff, and then it's quite a it's not an easy task to do. But once you've done that, you are hitting people. There is an impact that you've created, and nothing is more satisfying than impacts that you can create on people's life.
No, mate, appreciate that.
So yeah, it's all good. And so the other thing is focus versus distraction. So obviously when you got started, or even now, there's a lot of distraction around.
Oh yeah.
It could be social media. It could be comparing yourself to other people. So that's another distraction that people
100%.
have. How do you keep yourself in that zone and focus?
For me, like I think having a coach is really, really helpful. We have weekly check-ins. Like I'm always speaking to Brandon. And like the main reason why like I record myself is for social media, but also like I send it to him as well for like form and all those sorts of things. But like I think it does get quite hard, to be honest. And I think bulking is so much harder than cutting.
Definitely.
Because like when you're cutting, like you literally see yourself getting like leaner like week in, week out. But bulking wise, like you kind of we kind of look the same.
Yeah.
And you kind of get stronger, but like it might be like 1 rep stronger. So like it's little margins, but all those like build up. But like it's just kind of just getting your like mindset around that sort of thing. But I think there's always going to be distractions, and like I said, like doing the prep for the photo shoot and my competition, like I think you you kind of learn, the things which kind of like sit well with you, like your values, like what you want from life. But at the same time, like during bulking, like you can go out for meals with friends, you can do this, you can do that. So like, like with bulking, like it is quite good with that. But like you have to, kind of make sure that like you don't fall into, like a snowball effect where like, right, I'll go out for dinner, and then I go out for dinner, and then you're like fucking, then you're fucked. But yeah, it's just, just ticking the boxes, the daily boxes that you need to hit, like food, steps, training, and then like once you kind of do that, like, then you can, go see friends, you can do this. But like I just have, like a certain amount of things that I had to tick, per day, and then I can, like move on.
Do you journal your thoughts as well?
Yeah. I really got into that, and like, I kind of like push my clients to do that as well, because like I get quite, like mentally stressed sometimes, and like if you, like you write it down, like even before bed, like you're kind of, maybe not really even like thinking about it when you're trying to sleep, like it's there, and then you can go sleep, and then when you wake up, you're like, oh yeah, like, I got to do this, I got to do that. But it's all, things which I've, started to do, which I probably should do more of, but it's all, like a process, isn't it? So
yeah, but it's a good thing to do, I think, isn't it? Instead of just putting everything that you have in your mind and going to sleep with it, it's quite a burden to carry around. Yeah, literally. And you wake up not realizing how much stuff that is still unprocessed in your mind. Yeah. And it becomes too much after a while. And that, like having your mental well-being, that's what I wanted to touch on next, was mental well-being. How do you keep yourself mentally fit? You're physically fit, obviously. But, but the other side is you have to have that mental toughness as well. How do you develop that?
Like I think for me, like I'm very grateful to have, like a good circle like around me. Like I think that's very important. Obviously, like my schoolmates, like they're different from me. Like they're not really into like fitness related stuff. So like like I'll still see them. But like I'm very picky about the events that I go to. So like for example, this year, like I'm going to Henley Regatta. I'm gonna go to some festivals, but like I'm not always there. Yeah. And like I think it's quite good to kind of learn to be selfish, to do like you don't have to say yes to everything.
Agree.
Like if you like you want to do like if you want to just just stay at home, read a book, you have all those sorts of things. Like we discussed, like before we started recording, like of the mates I was living with in Henley, like obviously. Like I love them, but I just needed my space to do me, because like they wanted different things on a Friday, Saturday night. So like just kind of like learning to just do you, and just be selfish. But,
keep that distance, but obviously not it's not isolation that you're putting yourself into.
No.
But you have to maintain that distance, don't you?
Yeah, 100%.
At all times, if you want to focus on a goal. Because not everyone's gonna be vibrating at the same stuff. It's not the same, it's not the same frequency. So it makes 100%. Sense that you have to keep that distance.
Exactly.
I think there is like a saying where it says that you become with whom you are hanging out with.
Oh yeah.
Exactly, isn't it?
Yeah, so
if you surround yourself with the like-minded people where you can grow yourself and like you can support and motivate each other. Yeah. Then that's how you can grow. But if you're hanging out with the wrong group, there is like you mentioned, like you love your friends and stuff, but if they are not having the same life, because when you are or like yourself, when you're doing a bodybuilding, so you need to be very consistent with everything, isn't it? Like food, workout and stuff. And if you are hanging out with the friends who goes out a lot, and then who are like eating not like a proper meal and stuff, it's gonna be difficult, man. Like you need to stay away, no matter how hard it is for yourself. Like you said, you have to be selfish for yourself, and you have to say no to that, and then kind of have to live a bit of a boring life. It says boring life, but it is for yourself, isn't it? So
exactly.
As long as you're happy with it, if it makes sense to you, it's not boring. Why is it boring? Exactly. It's boring in that sense that unless you have a FOMO, fear of missing out, then yes, it becomes a boring life, because look at that guy, I can see in my story, he's having fun, man. Look, he's drinking, partying. But the havoc that he's creating on his body internally, after a while, it becomes too much for him as well. And you realize that after a certain age as well, I think. You hit 21, you realize, oh, cool, party. Oh, it's all about party, man. And then you hit 23, 24, you're like, okay, I think I should focus on fitness a little bit. And then I think your priority in life changes. Now, like, I'm in a stage of life where fitness is a thing. And then other things are like investments. Where should I be investing money?
Exactly,
how should I grow in terms of that financially as well? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So priority in life changes with that. But having a friend circle that can motivate you, nothing beats that, I think.
Yeah.
You got to propel each other up, but having that circle where you can go in and come out as a rejuvenated person.
Yeah,
that's absolutely crucial. For sure. It is crucial.
100%, man. 100%.
Like, I read this quote the other day where like it was something like, you know, like when a plane is going down, like you have to put on, you know, like your face mask before you can help other people. So like I'm very like conscious about that as well. Yeah, like, especially with clients. Like, obviously, like I want to like give them, you know, like my, you know, energy. So like if my, you know, energy is being like sucked in like different directions, and like I can't, you know, really focus on what I want to, you know, give it to. So like you kind of have to be like quite careful about that. But
love that. Yeah, it's a good food for thought, man. Good. And what keeps you fueled up? And this is like, you've done tournament like competitions and stuff, bodybuilding, and that's like a pinnacle that you've hit, right? That's like an achievement. How do you go from there and then go again to become that person again to compete in another? Because for some people, once you've reached that competition and you've won as well, right? You're a trophy holder as well, right?
Yeah.
So
top 5. So I didn't win, but
still a trophy holder. So going from there and achieving that, and then again coming back down to base and then propelling yourself up. What keeps you fueled up?
I'm actually even like quite competitive, so like obviously, like I want to like win next time. I know that like I'm not going to be, you know, like Mr. Universe or something like that. So for me, like it's, you know, like I've accepted that, you know, my genetics and, you know, that all those sorts of things, that I'm not going to, you know, be the top. But for me, like I just want to get my pro card, which is like the coming first, and then you can, you know, just take it to the next level, or you can kind of, you know, just stay around, you know, like what I was doing. So for me, that's, you know, my next goal. And then, you know, like you said, you know, some people are like, okay, like I'll just kind of do it as, you know, like a lifestyle thing, or, you know, like I'll take it to the next level. But like, I don't really know, you know, like whether that's for me yet, you know, but for me, you know, for sure, like I definitely want to, you know, like get my pro card, and we'll kind of see when we get there. But like, it's, you know,
yeah, that's amazing, man. Any question on that? Because we're gonna move away from mindset now and stop the boring talk.
Yeah, I think Rish has covered almost everything, to be honest. And people, stuff like you have to hang around with people that will like minded and motivate yourself, stuff like that. Yeah. Brilliant, man.
Yeah, I think that's something to take away from.
Yeah,
so if your circle is not providing you the ideas, the comfort, not even comfort, you got to be a bit uncomfortable, I guess, in life.
Yeah, for sure.
But if they're not providing you the guidance and if the goals are different, you have to find a new circle, and that is the hardest thing to do, is to go from one circle to another. Because obviously, if they're mates, you don't want to leave them behind. But at a certain point in life, you're gonna have to take that decision and be like, you know what, I'm sacrificing, but it's for my own good.
Yeah.
If it works out for me good later on, then you can get propelled as well. But if we both stay on the same pitch at the moment, none of us are going to get lifted. So having that sacrifice, as you said, it's absolutely important.
Yeah. I think it kind of reminded me of one of the video I saw on Instagram a few days ago of Will Smith. So in his video, what he was saying was like, look at the last few phone calls or last few messages that you got from your friends and wherever people are on your phone, and look at that and see like, will that message or the phone calls that you had with your friends, did that make you a better person or like help you to grow? If it does, then you should like hang around with them. But if not, then you should just move on. That's what he was saying, and it kind of hits you like, and you look at your messages and stuff and see and ask yourself, am I like growing with the people like that I'm chatting with you or interacting with you.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. It's pretty hard, but sometimes I think that also creates a problem in life where you kind of start judging people, saying, is that person going to be good enough for me?
Yeah, exactly.
That's another thing which you got to balance
and
out.
you have to be like cutthroat about it. Like, is it going to help me? No, right off. See you later.
Which is not a good thing to do. Like, it's humanly, like, it's human to do that as well. But it's a balance you have to find.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean necessarily cut everyone out of your life, but obviously not use them, but have certain people that you hang out with to do certain things.
Yeah.
For example, if you go gym, hang out with the people that have a good body and a good mindset, gym-wise. If they're doing finance, have someone that has got a good financial background. So all these things, and it's okay to have multiple circles as well.
Oh yeah,
I think it helps you develop in all sectors of life.
True.
Yeah,
Cool.
and like you kind of have to learn, as well. That like some people, like they don't always want to see you succeed. It's like in those, those circles, like whether when I was competing, like, like whether they were meaning to you, they were like, oh yeah, just come for one drink, just do this, do this, because like some people like they don't want to see you succeed.
No.
And like when you start to level up, they try to pull you down because they don't want to be left behind. If they've got a problem like with themselves, like say like drinking or like drugs or whatever, like they want to bring you back down to almost make themselves feel better about the situations. So you have to be like quite careful about that. And
yeah, definitely, I agreed with that. Yeah.
Or you can see that as a positivity, man. Like you can see that actually you are doing something right, so that people are trying to pull you down, so you're moving forward.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So just fuck them, man.
Yeah. Have a different mindset. Hey, right. So the next one is obviously your favorite one, man. Gym and training.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be a lot more exciting. Obviously, Sharan's here as well. He's my personal coach.
Yeah.
And
Not really, but
no, you are obviously. You are. Yeah. So when we turn up to the gym, obviously I have my goals and stuff, but like putting weights on and setting up all that stuff, it takes time, right? We have this guy who literally feeds you like
Decent.
It's like a spoon fed, like literally there. All you gotta do is lie down, do your sets, and then he takes the weight off, puts a new one.
Decent.
So it's like, so you are a coach, man. You're a personal coach. So
it's just that I love enjoy working out with all the guys, man. We motivate each other and having a circle of people where we just train, like get the better of each other, and that's how we're gonna grow.
Oh, awesome.
It's a laugh as well. So you know, if you take it too seriously, then it's fine. It's your style. But for me, I go there because a bit of socialize as well.
Yeah.
Meet people, like find people, like new people, right?
Yeah.
We would never met if we never went to the gym. We never met up with you. So it's like finding new network as well with people. So it's all fun.
That's why like, I actually quite like going out like 5:30, 6.
Yeah.
Like it's busy, but you see the same people. Like you kind of ask, how their day was, blah blah blah. Like it's no, it's nice.
Right. We're gonna structure this gym thing in my head that I've got a structure. So let's go run through it and see where we go. So. Okay, it's 5 o'clock and you're about to hit gym. Yeah, are you taking any pre-workouts, supplements? How do you? What do you take? And
so, but I don't take pre-workouts unless like I'm training, like midday, like mid-afternoon. Anything like closer to 5, that's gonna fuck my sleep. So I don't really bother doing that. I'll just like I have my pre-workout meal, like about 4 o'clock. Nothing sooner because like then my blood's not in my muscles, like it's in my digestive system, so even though the workout won't be as good. But for me, pre-workout is
all right. So you usually don't take pre-workouts then?
Nah,
because you usually train during the evening, don't you? All right.
Yeah,
that's
because otherwise my sleep is just
That's quite interesting, man.
That is really interesting.
I never thought like the pre-workout's gonna affect your sleep and stuff like that, man.
Yeah, because
there's so much caffeine in it.
Yeah, boost of energy, right?
That's what it is.
All right.
Well, there's something new to learn, man.
Yeah, exactly. No pre-workout after 5.
That's the deadline, man.
Right, and then now you've got to the gym. You've just drank water. Now you want to get in the zone. What's the first step that you do to get in the zone? Like warm-ups. It could be warm-ups or something like that. So what? How do you
So for for legs, for example, like I'll go on, the treadmill in like 5-10 minutes. I'll kind of, put on my selected music, which could be, anything really. Like it's kind of like how I'm feeling. And then, and then straight into, the warm-up sets. And then we're off.
Fair enough. That puts you in zone. Muscles are warmed up, I guess.
Yeah.
And the other thing is obviously, do you structure it before you go to the gym? Like, this is what I want to do. This is the first exercise. This is the second one. Or is it like, whatever you see, you just jump on it, kind of thing?
No. So like my coach, like he's, he's giving me like specific things that I need to do. And then I'll have my notepad and I'll have it down, and I'll have the reps that I'm doing, the weight that I did last session, so that I know right straight away, like I'm going to be working up to that weight. And then either I'm going to make the weight, heavier, or I'm going to do the reps better, or I'm going to, do the first set of, say 6, like I'm going to do it for the weight that I did before. And then the next set of 6, I'm going to do it slightly heavier. So then I'll write that down in, my book. And then the next session, I'll try to do both for, the heavier set that I did before. So like you can, like actually see yourself like getting stronger.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like for me, that's quite important. Like, I need to like literally see that I'm getting stronger, and that way, like I'm walking into a session, and I know that I'm progressing because like I've literally,
Mm-hmm.
like I saw the way that I did before, and like, I'm doing heavier now. So like it's literally just there's little things that I write in my book.
All right. How important is writing stuff? Because I don't write stuff, and I've seen people that do.
Yeah.
What would you recommend? What is the?
Some people have it on their phones, but like for me, like I quite like just having it in a book. But I think that progressive overload is really like important for like muscle growth, isn't it? Because like you have to be getting stronger, and like it isn't even like fully like about the weight going up. It's about like moving the weight better. Mm-hmm. So like they're both like progressive, but you don't have to write it down. I just like doing it because I might forget what I did last week, and like I mentally want to know right, I did this last week, and I'm gonna do this, like heavier. So like, for me that's quite important to like see myself like getting stronger with the,
mm-hmm.
The numbers
Makes
going
sense.
up.
It's progress, isn't it?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Do you have like one of those days where you feel like, oh my days, I don't feel like working out at all.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered, but you tend to drag yourself.
Yeah.
And get there to the gym. So what's your take on that? Like, how do you manage to do that?
I had that the other week with legs, because I had 6 days off, just to recharge the batteries and the muscles. And like I was training legs, and I was thinking, fucking hell, like it wasn't good. But like I just, you just kind of have to remember, like why you're doing it. Like whether you like you want to put on that sad song and like kind of think about like sad thoughts or like angry things or like whatever like you have to do like to just kind of get yourself like through it. But like but just or you just say like stop being like a little bitch, like you're here now. Like you got the stuff on, let's just fucking move the weight. But I definitely get sessions like that. I'm kind of feeling that today, to be fair, with the gym off.
Yeah.
I'm like, but once you're there, like it's, like that. Yeah.
It's fun again, right? Once you're there, it's just getting out of the bed and literally to the door of the gym. After you're there, you're sorted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. The thought is always, like worse when you don't want to go. But, like you said, when you're there, it's
fine. And you're really happy as well once you've completed your workout. You're like, oh man, this is good. At least I made the effort. Makes sense.
And that's one thing as well, like when you go on the busy time, right, and you're not feeling like, oh, I'm working out, but when you look at other people, like yourself as well, oh shit, Rish is like smashing it. So you kind of get like, oh shit, I can do that. Like, it's like one of those, isn't it? Like looking at the other people progress, and you see like, oh man, I can do that. Like, why am I slacking?
That's why I like going to King's, because
you talked about that.
Yeah, like when you think you're big, then you go to, you know, like a proper gym, and you're like, fuck no, like I feel skinny, but it's not like a, you know, like a bad feeling, like it, you know, like pushes you to go further, and like it's actually normally, you know, the guys that are really really big that are the nicest because they've kind of gone through like that, the like ego lifting stage, and like everyone's so, you know, like encouraging, and you know, like you said, like you look around and like everyone's fucking training their fucking arse off. And like you're like, yeah, come on, let's go. Like, and the music's like boom, 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 like, and everyone's like, yeah. So like, it's like I literally go there for, you know, one of my leg sessions, and it's just like,
it's worth it.
Go.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you walk in, like,
there's not slacking about there.
Nah. I don't. Yeah, and like behind reception, like they got like little, you know, like shakers out on the light. You know, what do you want? Like they got it in there. We got the, you know, the spilling, you know, water thing. They're like, you know, shaking all of that. You know, you got a pre-workout. Like it's
proper gym.
It's good.
Yeah, we've got to try and go to.
I heard a lot about that gym. I think I see that in YouTube as well. Like a lot of YouTubers go there and like film themselves, and it's quite like we might go one time. Right?
Yeah, check it out. I think he's recommended it a couple of times, so we should.
It's only like a 45-minute drive, I think.
Croydon, you said?
Yeah.
On a
got
good day,
and it's just. Yeah.
How is it? So you can just turn up.
Yeah.
Okay, and how much is that? Per sesh?
I think it's maybe like a £5 or something.
All right,
that's decent. Huh?
Not bad.
Yeah,
I was thinking
because like per month it's like 30 quid.
All right.
So,
is it much bigger than Pure Gym that we have here?
Yeah, so like all the weights and all that are all on one level, and they got the cardio above. But it's
cardio. Like how much cardio do you do? Like
I don't do cardio.
Okay. You're bulking, so
I try to get I have 10,000 steps a day.
Oh, okay.
But like in terms of cardio, like because I want to be like in a calorie surplus, so like it doesn't really even bother me too much.
Yeah.
But
that's the one thing. Can we do the can I ask those questions right now? Or are we gonna
diet? We're gonna move
later on
shortly.
Okay.
I've got a few questions and then we can wrap the gym off.
Sweet.
So progress. You said about progress, right?
Yeah.
Do you measure your like chest and arms and stuff like that as progress?
No.
Or is it more aesthetically getting bigger and stronger?
Yeah, so like I think, you know, progress could be, you know, like physical and mental. But like for me, like physical, like I think, you know, if the scale weight is going up, you know, like it obviously means you're getting bigger. But I think, you know, for me, this time round, so like before, I started to diet, like I got quite a, you know, like a fat 90 kg. And like this time, like we're doing the calories, you know, so much slower, you know, more control, because like I'm going to be bulking for the next 8 to 10 months. Yeah, so like it's literally just, you know, making the calories, you know, up every, you know, 3 weeks or whatever. But for me, like I don't, you know, like I don't, you know, measure my arms, my chest, but you know, you can kind of see, even like, like the check-ins that you're getting bigger. Which is why, you know, the check-ins are so, you know, vital, because like you need to, you know, because sometimes like you forget, you know, like, how far you come. Like you look in the mirror and you're like, like I haven't really changed. Like, and then you look back to the pictures that you send your coach or your mate or whatever, and you're like, fucking hell, like the difference.
Fair enough. Okay.
So how many calorie surplus are you in right now then?
I mean, so I've just had my calories bumped up to 3,250.
Okay.
Which is quite good. I think it's like 525 carbs, 170 protein, 40 fat.
170 protein?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
that's what you do.
Yeah.
160.
But
your
carbs is a bit low.
Yeah.
That.
So
I should be eating more. I want to get bigger as well.
Yeah.
But
it's hard to eat as well, man. How do you stuff yourself?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, mate, it's a full-time job, literally.
Yeah.
Like it's.
I can't do that, man.
No.
I get bloated very quickly as well.
Yeah.
And I can't see myself eating all the time. And
Yeah.
You know, every week,
Mate.
I tell myself, like, you know what, this week I'm gonna eat like this much calories and this, and then you go 2-3 days and then you struggle to eat, and I'm like, oh my days, I can't eat that. You can eat like shitty food, but you can't, like, you know, when you go for like a clean bowl,
right.
you can't do that. Like you can't eat like massive amount of brown rice or massive amounts of the healthy food and stuff.
I see what you mean. Yeah,
it's like, oh my days.
Are you healthily bulking or
and then I have off-plan meal. So normally before legs, Yes, like I'll get like a sushi thing in or whatever.
Yeah. That's one day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like cheat day for you.
Well, yeah. It's like it's a cheap meal, so like I'll hit the protein and like most of my carbs, but then obviously sushi will make it over.
I got you. Okay.
But it's cool. Yeah.
Well, we touch on that diet in a bit. So training for competition.
Yeah.
With opposed to training on a normal day, how does that differ? What's the difference between them?
Well, I probably depends like which week I am during the the prep for.
Let's say you're closer to like a month, or like let's say
3 weeks,
6 months.
Yeah,
is now, and then in 6 months' time you're gonna have you're gonna be competing in that 6 months, end of the 6 months. But that 1 month before the competition, let's talk about 6 months now, and then that 1 month before the competition. What are the differences?
So the 1 month before, I'll feel weak. I feel tired. I've got to do cardio and weight training. Like mindset wise, you're drained. You don't really want to talk to anyone. Like your sex drive's gone. Like your hormones are all over the place. You're potentially struggling to sleep. Because like when your body fat gets so low, you struggle. Versus now, like I feel bigger, stronger. Hormones are like normal. Not really fatigued after workouts, really. Feel full, strong.
What about intensity of the workout? Are you obviously you're pushing more now to bulk? When you're getting close to that 1 month period, are you doing less of things and more reps, or are you pushing the same sort of weight category?
No, so I think like it's very natural that your strength will go down, but like, you kind of have to have the mindset that you want to try and get stronger, even though like you're getting weaker. Like my squats literally went like so weak, and like you just feel like fatigued way more. But like intensity wise, like, it's exactly the same. Because you still have that end goal. Whether it's I'm competing next year or 4 weeks, like it's very like you have to have that in the forefront of your mind. But like I think it
differs slightly.
So if you're like closer to your competition, let's say you're 3 weeks away, right? Would you have like something back in your mind saying that, oh, if I get injured or something like that, and you would be a little bit extra careful with your heavy lifting? Would you have that in your mind?
I actually didn't have that for some reason. Of course. Like I think I was just more focused on food. Okay. Like you literally think about food the whole time. So for me, like I didn't really have that, and the weight was, kind of like I'm just gonna like control the weight, make sure the form is like good, that sort of thing. But like, I didn't really think that. Okay. Like, I'm kind of thinking that now, to be fair. As my strength goes up, and I'm thinking like fucking hell, like the leg press. Like if my if I straighten my knees and then it goes like that, I'll be like
that's the thing, isn't
scary
it?
Thing.
You get injured, you are out for like 1 or 2 months, let's say, and then you just change your whole plan, isn't it?
But you've even the guy who was like, I don't like, I'm not sure whether you saw, but like on social media, the guy who was doing the bench,
he
ripped his pec out, like
I saw that. Saw that.
He's come back, but obviously like he's on a lot of gear, so
I didn't realize he actually ripped it out.
Mate, there is one video.
Mate, it literally popped out, like you can see his chest from here. You go like out.
What? How much was he lifting?
Oh mate, a lot of weight.
Wow.
Larry Wheels was like behind him.
Yeah.
And like it was, we kind of brought it down, and then like it just popped out, and he went, oh, what?
Oh wow. Yeah.
I think you should know your limit. I think. Like
unless you push your limit, you wouldn't know your limit as well. So
that's true.
I think he pushed it a bit too far.
And I think form is crucial, isn't it? Like you should know that what you're up to and what you're doing. You should have a knowledge about that.
Yeah.
If you are just like
just
want to go ego lifting, and this
it's not going to happen.
So bad.
Yeah. Right. One more thing is MMC. It just acronym that I found: body mind connection.
Mm-hmm.
How crucial is that? Because I've read this recently, and that what it says is obviously it doesn't matter how much you're lifting. It could be lifting 100 kg, 200 kg, whatever. Unless your mind and bodies are in that sync, your whatever you're targeting is not going to grow. So I've had this where my lower chest isn't growing, and I'm doing all the exercising and stuff, but there's something that is off.
Yeah.
So what exactly is that? Is that body mind thing, or just explain what body mind connection and how do you?
For me, like I go into every training session with like intent. Like I think so many people like they just go through the motions. They kind of like this. Like they don't really even know. Literally think right. Am I squeezing the muscle? Am I controlling it? Am I doing like all these things? So like maybe for you, like you're not really getting the squeeze. You're not really getting it. So you maybe want to just potentially even like change the height that you're doing. Change the weight. Are you those sorts of things. But for me, like it's like I have to feel it. And like me and Brandon, like we literally like stripped back the weight, and he said, right, well, like especially for like leg press and all that, he's just right, because I was doing like 350, and then like I stripped it back to 250, and I was just doing like 6 or 7 seconds down, and then like holding it for 2 seconds and then up, rather than up. Yeah. So for me, like those sort of changes have been crazy. But
yeah, that's what makes a difference, I think, man.
Yeah.
Those little details.
Yeah.
Because we ignore it. We go in with like, oh, I'm going to lift like the maximum weight today. It's that bit of your ego as well, I think, that comes to play.
Oh yeah, no.
And then once you don't have that connection with your mind, and there's more chance of getting injured.
Yeah.
Plus, your part that you're targeting is not even being targeted.
Yeah.
So you end up growing like, I don't know, back of you back unless when you're doing chest. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard to get that, and I guess, as you said, you need to strip it all down, go to the lowest weight, and then put your mind to your body first. Get that squeeze, get all that, and then you can add weight. I think ego is another thing that hits people a lot, I think. Yeah, no,
for sure. And like I think, like I said before, like we're not just going to be gymming for the next 6 months. They're going to be gymming for the next, like 10, 20 years. So like, there is no rush, and like you will literally overtake the people that are just doing the form shit.
Love that. Yeah.
But like you'll look around and it'll be like, I want to be doing that weight, and then you think, oh yeah, fuck it, like I'll just but like just the longevity wise, like you will overtake these people who are doing shit form and just lifting with egos. But yeah.
I think that's what we were doing. Like I think we have been going to gym for like 10 years or so. I think for past 6, 7, 8 years, that's what we were doing. Like we were just randomly just doing whatever we were doing.
We just look at people like, okay, cool, that looks interesting. Let's try that out.
Yeah. I think it's been like only like 1.5 years or something like that. We actually like properly did some research and stuff, and like we kind of seeing change. Not like from where we were like 2 years ago. Like, I think we are like
we're growing, definitely growing. I know that I'm growing as well after post-corona. During corona, obviously nothing happened, and I was just doing my abs for some reason. It's a bit strange, man. I was just here, this living room, and I'm just doing abs. Like, I'm not even.
Everyone was doing some random.
That's
stuff.
That's the random stuff. Yeah. I could have just gone like, I don't know, pull-ups or something. But I wasn't doing none of that, so I was just working on my abs, and it just completely disappeared as soon as I started going gym. Like, I was eating a lot, and then it vanished. So it was like 2 years worth of nothing.
Nice.
Yeah, cool. And then the last one that on the gym section that I have is steroids. People take steroids, and they're very popular as well.
Yeah,
it's like a cheat code.
Yeah,
not necessarily, but you still have to work your ass off.
Oh yeah, for
to
sure.
get to where you want to get to. But is it a shortcut that people take? Juicing.
Yeah, I think people kind of get sucked into it. Yeah, they kind of think, right, I can take gear, but they're not living the lifestyle. They're not sleeping good. They're not hydrated. They're not training, like with intensity. They're not, like controlling the weight. They're not doing this and this. So like, I think, in gyms, like, I think there are like so many people doing gear, but you can't even tell that they're doing gear because they're not doing all those things that I said before. So like, obviously, like, you're going to get stronger. You're going to recover faster. You're going to get bigger if you are doing those things. But yeah, it's a hard one. Like I think, yeah, social media has, you know, potentially, you know, like fucked us a little bit, because like, you know, the influencers that we see, like they're all, you know, in like Ibiza with, you know, abs of a tan, you know, like with, you know, like
drinking beers and stuff.
Yeah, fit girls, but they got these abs, you know, they got a nice body.
Yeah.
And like we kind of think, right, you know, like we're not, you know, adequate, like if we don't look like that. So even like people get on juice, you know, kind of not knowing the, you know, how to get their blood work done. They have to do this, and this. Yeah, but you know, like I said, like it can definitely help you, but it's kind of, I wouldn't get, you know, like sucked into it just to look good for, you know, like photos and, you know.
Yeah.
I think I saw one article a few months ago where I think there's this, I can't remember the name of the guy. There was this one guy, like he's an influencer in Instagram. So basically what happened was like, once he started getting followers, right, he had like a good body and stuff. And then he had like this extra pressure to look bigger.
Yeah.
So basically he was natural at first. And then he had this extra pressure from other people saying that, okay, I need to be that guy who like people will look up to me. And then that's when, because of the pressure from the social media, like he started taking steroids. And then he started getting bigger and bigger. And that's what he was telling the story about. Like, it's the pressure from the social media to get more followers that he end up doing the steroids.
Yeah.
So I think that's the thing, isn't it? Like, when you look at the social media and stuff, you see the people, like, they're living their lavish life and stuff. But actually, it's not clear black and white. Behind the scene, they are doing something stuff like...
They're only posting like what they want us to see.
Exactly.
But I follow James Smith, and he's, you know, like a really big PT about, you know, like he's really like transparent. He's, you know, like a lot of my content like is, you know, like some of his values that have, you know, been onto me, but like he, you know, he's very transparent about him, you know, like going on steroids, like, and he said that, you know, he used to live at home, you know, like hiding the needles from his mum and dad, and then like his balls got so small that when he was banging his missus, he literally had to, you know, like pop them down like that because they were coming up.
Right.
And just, you know, like things like that, you know, which, you know, like no one tells you. But yeah, and that was just quite interesting, you know, just learning all these things that you know, like you don't see, you know, like behind the godlike physiques, which we all you know, see on social media.
It's easy to distinguish as well. When you look at a body, you can tell if they've been on gear or not.
Oh yeah.
See what I mean? You can tell that the cuts, the definition, it's almost impossible to get it from normal supplements, normal food. And you could tell, but if it suits them, then it's okay, I guess.
For sure.
But then if someone wants to start their journey and take that route, I don't think it's recommended, or it shouldn't be anyway.
Nah, but it's, I don't know, like I think obviously, you know, both aren't good, but, you know, so many people now, they're doing cocaine. So like, it's, you know, is it, you know, like what's worse, you know, doing like a bag of cocaine, or, you know, doing, you know, steroids, and, you know, devoting your life to fitness. Obviously, you know, like both aren't good. But I think, but it's, you know, there's one guy, that's in Pure Gym that does it.
Is it?
Yeah. Oh, no, there's two guys actually.
I know the one. I think I can already picture that in my head.
Yeah.
I think what
they're really transparent about it. To be fair, like they are. Yeah.
Well, how does that work? Do you have to do it every day, or is it like a cycle kind of thing, like creatine kind of thing?
Yeah. So like, I think you do like 14-week cycles, I think, or and then you come off, like, and then you go back on. But like, I think, obviously, like, you feel really good when you're on it, like, and then you have to come off, and like you'll get weaker, and you'll get smaller, and then like mentally, like it starts to fuck you, like, and then you go back on, and then you feel amazing, and then you know, like, you got to come off again, but but no, like I think a big one is, you know, like as well, you know, like coaches on you know, like social media, they pretend like they're not taking steroids, you know, they've got this body, and then I'll be like to you, you know, like, come join my team, like, I'll give you the program that I use, you know, these are the results which I got, and then you think, fucking hell, like if my coach can do it, and like he's telling me that he's not on steroids, like and then you pay him, and then
it can be done in a natural way as well.
Yeah.
I think people need to see that difference as well.
Yeah.
And when you have people like you coming up, and then Sharon as well showing the transformations, it's always very encouraging for people to follow as well, and they can take the clean route, which in the long term makes more sense.
Yeah.
And is healthy basically.
Yeah. Like I think you just have to be careful because like some coaches will like pretend, like they're not on steroids, just to say the program.
Yeah.
And then they're just leading you down the road of disappointment, knowing that you're not going to look like the photos because like you're not on gear.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm fine with my body, man.
Yeah.
Click. Okay.
Well, that's like
you are big, but you feel like you're not big.
So body dysmorphia.
Yeah. I don't know what exactly it's called, bigorexia as well. That is the more scientific term for
or
that.
Like you don't feel like you're.
So you look in the mirror, you're like, you're massive to outsider, but for internally, when you look in the mirror, you're like, I don't look big.
Yeah.
Like my muscles not growing, and you would be humongous. For us, you'll be like 10 times the size.
Yeah, yeah.
But for that person, it'll be still small.
Sure.
See what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have that?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah. Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
It's a good thing or it's a bad thing? What's your take on that?
Does that motivate you, or does that go like, oh my days, I'm putting this so much work and I'm not getting the results?
Yeah.
No.
How do you get over it?
No, like it definitely motivates me, but like, like we touched on before, even though like bulking is, it's so much harder. And like I think, like during like bulking, like I'm kind of looking in the mirror, I'm like, like you pretty much look the same, like until like you kind of put the months together.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, this was worth it. But, kind of looking in the mirror, I think, what I mean? Like you don't really feel, that big, but like I think you just have to, just, enjoy the journey. And, I kind of just have the theory of, like the becoming is better than being. And like, the journey is, so much better than, getting that trophy. Like obviously, even though that was amazing, but, the journey was, like way better, than that, being on stage for like 5-10 minutes. But
yeah, big achievement. Right, any gym stuff?
That's it. Yeah.
Diet now?
Yeah.
Because you have burning question. I'm sure that you wanted to ask that before.
Yeah. My thing is like I mentioned before as well. I want to bulk.
Yeah.
But oh my days, I struggle to eat so much that and you mentioned like how much calories, macros breakdown as well. You mentioned about that. So what's your mindset? How when you eat those food, like I can do that 3-4 days, right?
Yeah.
I can't go on for like weeks and months. What's your mindset at?
Like I think
someone like me, like I'm not competing or anything.
Yeah.
But how are you gonna like motivate
to get bigger?
Yeah. So like I think. Yeah, for me, even though like prepping is, like vital, like that's what like keeps it like ticking over. So like, so like when you get to, that 3rd or 4th day where you're thinking like, fucking hell, like I'm so full, literally just be, like cook a chicken, cook whatever, have it here and here. Like I think, preparation will help you loads. And just, like with journaling, like we touched on, like I think, just writing down your goal. And like every day, even though like you kind of like write, the things you're grateful for, all those sorts of things, kind of, put together that image that you want for yourself. And like I think it's quite important because often, I sometimes lose touch with like why I'm, like doing certain things, like what my end, goal actually is. But and kind of realizing that you don't have to tick every box, every day. Like I think that if you're, just doing it because, like you want to do it, then like I think it's, don't be even like too hard on yourself, because you miss a meal. So you think, oh fuck it, like, I'm just gonna, end it. Like I think, it's just, but no.
Do you have like one of those off days where it's like you are eating clean for like half of a day? And then you are craving something, or like you ate something that you were not supposed to eat. So what's your mindset would be like? Would be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna eat whatever I want for the rest of the day, or you'll be like, no, actually, I'll forget what I just did. I'm just gonna continue eating clean again. Would you have that moment?
Moment of madness.
Yeah, but again, like I think it's kind of like controlling it. So like I think, you know, quite a lot of people will go through like binging and then they go clean and then they binge. Like I think, you know, for me, like I kind of tell my clients, right, you know, they message me being like, you know, like I had a, you know, like a packet of crisps or whatever. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
you know, don't worry about it, but you know, let's get back on track. And that's where, you know, prepping your food, you know, because like if you're, you know, like you bring your chicken and rice or you know, like whatever you make to work, like it's so much easier just to eat it then versus like if you don't have it and then you're walking past Greg's and you think, you know, like I might as well have that because I don't have it on me. Yeah, so for me, you know, preparation, you know, there. And, you know, like I said, you know, like, don't be too hard on yourself. Like if you know, like you do have a Greg's, be like, okay, you know, this happened, but you know, for dinner, like I'm gonna have, you know, what I was gonna have. And yeah, just kind of like it's a lifestyle, isn't it? And like it's not, you know, the end of the world. So like I think, you know, quite a lot of people like they're too hard on themselves. But like, and exactly like I think, you know, life is about, you know, like balance as well. Yeah, and again, you know, like I said, like if you want a Greg's, you know, go for Greg's, but you know, tomorrow I'd be like, yeah, you know.
Okay. So. Do you have like any weaknesses? Like for example, any food that you see like, okay, if that goes into your mouth, you will be like, that's it. I'm just gonna finish this.
That's it. I'm gonna forget about everything.
Yeah, everything. I'm just gonna finish this. No one.
He does that with biscuit, man. I put biscuit like last week here.
Yeah.
Literally just wet. For me, half a biscuit is enough.
Yeah.
I can do that. But he has like sweet tooth, so he can eat like you finish the whole packet.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's.
I don't know how you do that, man.
That's what happens to me. Like I eat clean, right, and then some food that I can't resist comes in front of me, and if I'm not eating, I will be fine, right? But if I have one piece, I will like, okay, gone. Okay, I have to finish this now.
Yeah, mine is like a cereal probably.
Cereal,
mate. Yeah, because you can have it like any time during the day. It's so easy. Just a bowl of milk, cereal, done. And like Crave as well. Like, it's like £3 a box. I'm thinking.
Which one is it?
The hazelnut, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just easy, but yeah.
Okay, I got one more question as well. So
that's all yours, man. Diet is all about you.
So, like you are bulking right now, right? As you for this next 10 months, you're gonna bulk, and when you start cutting down, so what's the plan? Is gonna be like? Is it gonna be like you're gonna cut like 200 calories, and then next month you're gonna cut another 200 calories, or are you gonna go like down to like 500, 600 calories down, or?
Yeah, it's like it kind of depends on, you know, like when I want to start cutting. Yeah, for my competition before, I kind of was cutting for 21 weeks. So like it's just, you know, like slowly doing it, but you know that's why you know.
No, like for example, you had like 32. You said like you are on 3,200 calories, right? So let's say today you're gonna I'm gonna start cutting from today now. So what's your plans gonna be like? So you're gonna go down from 3,200 to 2,500, or are you gonna go?
No. So I might even, you know, keep it the same, but I'll add, you know, like cardio in.
Okay.
Yeah, but for me, like So what I did was my coach kind of pulled the calories gradually, so maybe by like 150, and then, you know, like we add, you know, cardio in, you know, 3 times a week, and it's 4 times a week, and it's 5 times a week for, you know, like half an hour, and then it's 45 minutes, and then it's 1 hour. So like it's kind of, you know, and that's where like checking pictures, like, you know, like we'll see how my body's reacting, and like if I, you know, start to plateau with my, you know, fat loss, and we'll be like, right, we'll put it a little bit more, so like you can kind of like see how the body's responding.
That's the thing, isn't it? You don't want to lose your muscles, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of that balance of, you know, like you want to lose body fat, but you want to like cling on to like as much, you know, muscle mass as you can. But yeah.
So what sort of cardio would we be doing? Like, would you be doing like a walking stuff like that, or are you going to do like intense one, like or running fast or something?
So I was on the bike.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, like it was, you know, I had my heart rate at 140, and then just kept it at that really. Some people use the Stairmaster, which is good as well. Just try not to hold on to the other sides, but yeah, that thing is disgusting because like, it's never ending, isn't it? It's like I could just get off, you know what I mean?
So instead of Stairway to Heaven, that's Stairway to Hell, I think.
Like, mate,
keeps on going.
It's awful.
Keeps on going.
Mate, but it was bike for me. But yeah.
Thanks, man. That's very, very informative.
Yeah. Well, I've got a few more questions. calorie deficit, when you go on that before, like, let's say 3 weeks, 2 weeks, a week before your actual stage thing, what from 3200, how low do you go in terms of calories?
I was actually speaking with Brandon about this the other day. I think I was on sub 1,500. So yeah, with 1 hour cardio.
And so how much is that? Is carbs, macro
wise, how much is that?
It's probably like 100 grams of carbs, maybe less. Like I think it was around like 70 carbs. I think.
Wow. And you're still hitting and pushing the same.
Oh no.
All right, cool.
No, I'll be like way weaker. Like
yeah.
I remember like people used to look at me, thinking I was ill.
Yeah.
And I looking at the photos, like I was, like pale as fuck. I was just like so skinny. But
do you do more reps then lower weight, more reps to show definition, or how do you go about that?
So we pretty much kept the reps the same. Like I try to do one set of 6 to 9, one set of 10 to 12. Yeah. But just to kind of like keep the strength there. But obviously, like it is going to go down.
Yeah.
But like I said, like it's just more, like controlling the movement and getting that mind to muscle connection.
Yeah. And is there a moment in that journey, like let's say day one, or sorry, -1 to T-1 day to actual event?
Yeah.
Do you have 0 carbs day? No carbs at all.
Yeah. So the night before, I was actually staying with a girl who I was also competing with. It's just like chicken. She'll kind of make like some like brown rice, and then on the show day, a little bit of chicken, a little bit of rice, and then before stepping on stage, I was sipping water, and then it was rice cakes with like a little bit of jam on, just to kind of give your body that bit of salt and a bit of Like you don't want to look like too flat on stage, but then you have to, not eat, like loads, because otherwise your stomach's going to get bloated, because like your stomach's very sensitive.
Especially under that sort of thing, because you've done a lot of deficit. To eat, suddenly eat something, it's definitely going to bloat you, right?
Yeah, because afterwards, like we had like pizza, I was literally eating whatever I wanted. Like my stomach was.
You just can't eat at that moment.
No, it was awful.
It's hard to stuff yourself.
Like because your stomach, like it hasn't had this rich food in like ages.
Yeah.
So like, and like mentally, like as well, like it was really weird to kind of be free, and then you have to kind of like reverse diet as well. But it's really hard because like you're constantly thinking about food, and like I said with cereal, like before, like I can control myself. It was like I had to finish it, and then like even. Like when I was eating, like a pizza, I was literally thinking, like, what am I going to have after?
Yeah.
And it was
What's
so
reverse dieting again? Is when you go on that deficit? Or is it when you come out of the deficit into normal?
Yeah, so like you kind of like gradually, just, reintroducing like more calories. So like Brandon gave me, I think I had like 5 days, where like I could, eat what I want. And then like I went to Rome, so like I kind of, was drinking and, having pizza, pasta, whatever. But like, and then you kind of have to bring it, back to like quite low calories and then slowly build it back up again.
Yeah.
Which is actually quite important. But, mentally wise, it's kind of weird because like, I'm not competing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I want to eat loads, but it's just, slowly building it back up.
Makes sense. How expensive are these food in terms of like training for competition? I think it gets quite expensive, right? Because you have a very selective food that you need to buy. Obviously, proteins and stuff is quite expensive. Fishes are quite expensive.
Yeah.
Is it expensive to do a competition? Minus the competition cost. We can talk about that later. After this, but
so
just
food-wise, like, it's actually more expensive now because I got to eat so much. Versus then, like, carb wise, I might have like a packet of rice, some porridge or whatever, and then
easy.
Chicken breast. So like back then it was so easy. Versus now where like I've bagels, what are they?
Yeah.
Just under £2, mince, £4. porridge, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like,
how much do you spend weekly on food?
mate, I don't even know. Like if it's, £4 a day on, like
Normal stuff, yeah.
meat and then, bagels, rice, porridge. Yeah, so probably, mate, I don't even want to.
Mate, you have picked the wrong time to bulk, man. It's inflation.
I'm like,
you should be cutting right now.
I think that's what we're doing, man.
Yeah.
We understood the economic situation.
Now you need
timed
to
it well.
you need to figure out looking at the economy, man.
That's actually a good way to do that, man. I think instead of looking at your personal goals, you should look at economy
and then figure out you want to bulk or cut.
That's not a bad thing to do.
Also, one question as well, before 24 hours before the competition, right? I see some people like in YouTube saying that they don't drink water and stuff. Like, do you do that as well? Did you do that as well? Or?
No, I was still drinking water, but I was, sipping it.
Okay.
But yeah, but I think it kind of depends on, like what your body is.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people have a refeed.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't need it.
Okay.
So like it's but that's why. Like you kind of have a coach that he'll look at you and be like, yeah, we need to do this, we don't need to do this. But yeah, some people do that. They have like a glass of wine before, day before, because like it will dehydrate you more.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it just kind of depends on like the way your body looks and how it's reacted and all that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
How many times a day are you eating now then?
5 or 6 times.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And each time you're obviously pushing 600 calories, I guess.
Yeah.
5 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. So
Yeah.
what'd you start with? Porridge in the morning?
Yeah. And then kind of have my rice and, like half of my, chicken. And then...
You eating eggs in the morning as well?
No, not really. I don't
porridge.
Really... Yeah. Porridge with like a scoop of protein powder.
Yeah.
Like some,
blueberries
fruit.
or something.
Yeah, exactly. And then so always down 1 liter of water
in the morning. Oh, wow.
To kind of start off the day. Kind of get my greens powder in, and then lunch, as I said, and then maybe like a liter of like juice, and then pre-workout porridge, some I'd pink Himalayan salt, cinnamon, berries again, maybe like a little bit of dark chocolate, 1 hour before, and then I'll try to have my last couple of meals maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours after going to the gym.
Gotcha. Okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's not bad.
Maybe you should do a full day eating on Instagram, man.
Yeah, I think you got to have that, man. So we can follow that as well.
Exactly.
Because it sounds like a plan. I have no
especially for me, I want to bulk on it, and then
for me, I'm doing intermittent fasting in the morning.
Yeah.
But it's just for my health and like mind as well.
Mm-hmm.
But then obviously it doesn't sit well with my bulking process because if you're fasting in the morning, obviously you're not getting that calories in. So if I'm pushing too much calorie towards the day, oh man, it's too much to catch up.
Well, yeah.
Calorie catch up for me is almost impossible.
Yeah, I've had that like a couple of times recently where I'm up to like 1:30. Just be like, I just got to get it in.
Stuff in
have you had one of the days where you had like a lot of calories to catch up?
Yeah,
and
a lot.
And you need to hit that. Would you end up hitting that, or like would you?
Yeah. Or you'd be like, right, I'm gonna, not completely hit it today, but tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Now I know, right, I need to like push it even like harder during the morning, to kind of catch up, and then you're kind of back to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense. That is a lot of information there, man.
Yeah.
So whoever's watching this is gonna be thinking to bulk up very soon, man.
Well, no, we got a lot of people who are into
they're gonna follow your stuff
definitely,
really, and then because it's very interesting stuff. People, it's trial and error, right? Health and fitness trial and error, and they don't have a coach per se as well. That's another problem. And when you have these things, diet and this thing, people have it's all over the place for people. So what we're trying to do is bring that. It's like a puzzle thing. We're at least trying to rearrange for them. They can put it all together.
Yeah, exactly.
But at least the pieces are there for them to watch out for. That's what we're trying to do. So
awesome, mate.
You've smashed it so far.
Yeah, man.
And we're very, very close as well. Diet wise, I'm done with that. So I've got a question on bodybuilding competition, because we did talk about it in bits, but tanning and oil, man.
Yeah.
Talk us about that. I don't know what those are, and for me, it's like what are they, man?
So tanning wise, so we travelled up the day before, which was actually, I think it was only like a 30-minute drive from the girl that I was staying with. And then you kind of they have timings for the guys, and then timings for the girls, and then you kind of go in, like say your name, they tick it off, because I think it was maybe like 70 quid for the tan. Yeah, so, and then you kind of you strip off, and like there are these booths. Like I think there's like 4 girls who have like got the gun, and then like they give you like this little kid sock to put on your your knob, and then like you're standing there, and they like lift your leg out, and then you kind of you wear like these shorts, and you're gonna go out, and then like it develops overnight, and then you go back the next day, just kind of get the top up, and then before you go on stage, like you kind of put like a little bit of oil, you kind of like pumping up.
Any oil, is it? Or is it a specific oil?
No, I think I think they provided it, but like it was just kind of just it's just like baby oil or something like that. And then like you kind of so my category was the first one to go on, for the whole day. So like you kind of just like relaxing, like putting on your music, like all those sorts of things, like, and then you like you'll start to get ready, like all the guys have like got the the ropes, they got like press ups, so they're trying to get a pump, but it's actually quite hard to get a pump because like there's nothing in your body. So like it was literally like it was weird. And then we kind of like queue up backstage, and then they call out the names, and then you go on. Like I was the last one to go on.
Oh shit, that's the worst one, man.
I was thinking, fucking hell, just get me on. And then you kind of you do your pose, and then
How long is that whole thing on the stage then?
So
Do you have like a routine? Like okay.
Yeah, it's like I had to get a coach. My guy was from Clapham. Like it's kind of like a dance, which is really weird. So like it actually took me so much longer to learn. And like I kind of wish I'd started, like a bit before. But we kind of like walk out to the middle of the stage, you do a pose, then you walk straight down to the middle bit, you do a pose, and then you go to the left, do a pose, and then you go to the right, do a pose, and then you go to the back, and then you kind of, like you're still posing like the whole way through, and then they call you all to the front. And then they'll do, contestants do the, your front pose, you do the front pose, and then like turn to the side, do the back. So like literally comparing, everyone like that. And then,
you're all in a line.
Yeah. And then they'll, it's sometimes like they'll make you, really, really work for it. So like they'll be, still deciding, but like you're like tensing, like so hard, like it's. Yeah.
Can you see the judges from there? Or
yeah. So they're like on a table, like in X Factor or something. So like they're just there.
Yeah.
And then like they're taking ages to decide, but you're like you don't want them to like stop tensing because
you're
like,
still there. Yeah, you're still holding that.
And, like everyone's like screaming, and you're like because you got no energy, and like tensing is actually like
it's hard.
So tiring.
Yeah.
And then they'll go like thank you contestants, and like go to the back of the stage, and then they're like still doing the paperwork, and then they go on the microphone and be like, this person's name come out, and then you get a trophy.
Gotcha. Okay.
Are
you lightheaded at any point, like because you obviously deficit calorie wise, and plus the stage and all that, everything emotion playing. Are you like when you're walking on the stage? Are you like lightheaded? Are you like what's your feelings like? Explain the emotions.
I was quite nervous, but like it was kind of one of those situations where like you can't really you just do it, and like you don't really think.
Your body just goes with the flow, isn't it? Like you have been doing that routine for so long that it just clicks.
Yeah, and then you just kind of hope that like your your preparation like has been like good enough. Yeah, but like you don't really even like think about it too much. You just kind of just go right 3, 2, 1. Yeah, let's just do it.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It sounded like a very good and enjoyable process as well. This was Miami, wasn't it? Or was it?
Yeah. It was called
Miami Pro, wasn't it?
Yeah, Miami Pro, but it was in Watford.
Watford, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Were the judges from states or from
yeah, but I think they kind of got like, some of their Miami Pro judges, but some like influencers, some like girls that are big in their field or whatever. And
yeah, it's a process. And how expensive is that, the whole competition thing?
So like, I think it's like 70 quid to enter, 70 quid for fake tan, and then stage pictures were like 50 quid.
Okay,
that's decent. I thought this was gonna be like 500 quid or something.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well.
But yeah, it was. That was decent. Like I think, even though like I came 5th, like it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
Like for me, like I think it's quite important that like whatever you do, decide where you win.
Yeah.
And like it was kind of like my like Mr. Universe. Like even though like people can't really get their head around it, but it doesn't really matter. And like, I was quite like emotional. Like afterwards, like I had a little, like cry with Brandon because like it was like you've been doing it like for so long.
Yeah.
And you just like
just all the hard work, isn't it?
Exactly. Like, and you're giving up in like so much, and like you all those sorts of things that we kind of talked about. Like you kind of like you stop seeing friends.
Yeah.
I think bodybuilding is one of the most hardest sports of all of them because in football, like you have like summer break and stuff, you can go away. But with the bodybuilding, like you have to have like a throughout the whole year, right? You have to be on point. You can't have like an off day or off
week
stuff like that. If that happens, your whole process gonna be messed up, isn't it? So this is like one of the most hardest sports, to be honest.
No, and like I said before, like there's a lot to gain from these things, but you have to do it for you. Yeah, because if you're doing it for like social media pictures or like validation, like you're gonna finish it and you're gonna feel very empty.
Yeah.
But if you're intrinsically motivated by it, then
What's the biggest takeaway from the competition then? What did you learn, and what was the biggest thing that you can carry forward? You have carried forward from the competition.
Like I think I kind of learned to be selfish because before, like I never really had anything to be selfish for. And like I wasn't really like working in a job which I really liked. I kind of was like doing my gym like Monday to Friday, and then going out and getting pissed on Saturday, and then eating shit on Sunday, and then going to the gym on Monday. So like I think for me, like I kind of like we touched on before, like just like it's okay to be selfish. If you know what you want, just go out and get it. And
sounds good. I've come the end of the question, man.
So
run out of pages now.
So what's your long-term goal? Like, do you want to like continue doing bodybuilding and like in next 3 or 4 years, like you want to like make your portfolio bigger with a bigger client, or what's your plan for that?
Yeah. So like, I think like I think we kind of touched on it before. Like I'm always going to want to be bigger. But for me, like I'm definitely gonna do the competition next year. Like I'm gonna try and get my pro card, and then after that, like I'll have a conversation with Brandon about like do I want to take it to the next step, because I'm not pro steroids, but I'm also not like against it. Like I think you kind of I naturally haven't reached my body's limit yet. But I'm sure I'll get that in the next couple of years, or like 5 years or whatever. But I think it's kind of like you have that decision where if you do want to take it further, like because everyone's on steroids, like you have to be on steroids to make an impact.
Makes sense.
But obviously there are still natural competitions and all that sort of thing. But for me, the next 2 years is do the competition, get the pro card. Just push my body to its natural limit, and then just kind of see from there.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Push yourself.
I hope your hard work will pay off, man. Definitely. When is the competition?
This time next year.
Nice. Hopefully you will win, man.
And then you'll be on the podcast again, man.
Okay, as a winner of this time champion as well, and and hopefully this video will blow up as well. Innit?
Yeah, definitely blow up, man.
People started putting your name on the YouTube, and then the reach will come up, and our video is gonna blow up.
It will be the first one, man. He actually manifested this a year ago.
Exactly.
That's true.
Brilliant.
No, you got this, man. You got this.
Yeah, definitely.
We've come to an end, I think.
Yeah.
It was so informative. It was fun.
Thanks for having me on.
We're literally, I'll tell you the time, an hour 25.
Decent.
1 hour 25. So it's a decent length as well. I don't want to push it too long.
No, it's good.
There's stuff that we could talk about later, obviously.
Yeah.
But
awesome.
this was short, sweet, lot of information,
exactly, man. You guys gonna love it, man.
Yeah, I can't keep reiterating the fact that there's so much in this. And it's going to be fun, I think, for people watching, listening. Reese is your man. I'm going to put your Instagram on the video below as well. Check it out. It'll be on Instagram and all that stuff. Reese Simpson. And
thank you, man.
Thank you for
coming in.
And always, thanks for having me.
Thank you. Cheers.
Nice one.
Hope you enjoyed it as well.
No, mate, it was awesome.
It was fun. Yeah. I'll see you in the training again, man.
Pure gym, man. Home ground.
There we go.
Over and out, guys. And it's a wrap. Let's go.
Jeez.
Sounds good, man.
Ah.
Let's stop.